We've had some massive news on the channel this year. We've had Razzo Racing announced. We've had the Giant Ambassador announced. Now we have saved the biggest news till last.
Naughty, naughty, you teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Some of you have asked in previous videos, what's the Rocket's plans for 2024? The Rocket's the real star of the show. When's she gonna get a new bike? Today, it is sort of new bike day for the Rocket and her goals for 2024. Will your new bike in, Rocket? Meet me.
Wheel it.
Meet me. Meet me. Perfect size for her. And if you haven't got the clue, buy the balance bike. The Rocket is pregnant. Oh my God. I can, we're ringing the bell. I can already see the comments now coming. Your life is over, Georgie boy. And what else? Someone commented the other day, like, you are living the dream. No kids, didn't they? The last video, like, you are living the dream. No kids. No, what was it? You get to train all the time. Your wife's supporting. Now, life is over. Rocket.
Life is not usual.
It's not over. Rocket, are you excited?
Yes.
Oh, yes, the Rocket is very excited. Obviously, we've announced it now because you're getting a little bit rounder now on the belly. Like there's a bump. Your Sarah Rocket is 16 weeks pregnant and due August.
Say August.
August time. August time. So perfect for the mountain bike season to still go ahead.
Yeah, buddy.
Cross season.
Yeah, I'll be darting all over those races in the summer when I'm
the Rocket has honestly been an absolute trooper at the cross races this year because she hasn't felt up to it. She's still coming.
The ones in January.
Yeah. So
the Scotland one was tough.
Tough, yeah. We found out on the Rocket's 30th birthday in Amsterdam. It was a very quiet lunch. In all seriousness, we're both super excited. Nothing is going to change on the channel except one thing. I've asked the Rocket to call me daddy. Apparently I'm not allowed to ask people to call me daddy. I don't know why. But no, in all seriousness, the only thing that's going to change is probably I'm not going to train as much. I'm still going to race mountain bike. I'm still going to race cross. Scotty Dog is pulled through for us. He is going to be the cameraman for the cross season. Thankfully, he knows already he's going to be on full camera duty. The Rocket's still going to obviously try and help, but I imagine it's not going to be easy to juggle holding baby, filming. But she's a superstar.
Now there's another bike in the house.
Yep. Now there is another bike in the house. Full review I'm going to have to take that sticker off and get Giant put on it. A Giant disclaimer, Giant do not do balance bikes. Not that I know of anyway. But we've been on the training. I made a video on my mountain bike training coming into this season. Everything's going to stay the same in that. But in this video, I'm going to go into a little bit more in depth of why I'm doing some of those bits that I mentioned. But obviously, most of the big news is the Rocket's a legend. But I'll jump back to this morning's turbo session now to give you a little bit of an insight. We are on the bike that goes nowhere, aka indoor turbo sessions. And I've realised this is probably going to be the reality for me for the next year. I know people are going to say it's not proper riding. Don't get me wrong, I'd much rather ride outside. But I'm trying to find ways of staying fit, fast. I like being at the pointy end of the races. I've worked hard for it and Zwift is best bang for buck. I've just done, 3 hours at 240 watts, but literally just getting it done. And some of the things that I've been implementing already, like I've been getting up, hitting my sessions early. That's why I haven't been doing it on Zwift. I've been like posting it on Strava, but not to like the feed, because I just know people are going to be like, oh my God, you're getting on the bike at like 5:10. Now I get up at 5 anyway, but I'm just getting on, doing my session, getting it done. And the reason why is the last few weekends have just been mad busy getting stuff done, sorting Sarah's car out, cot shopping. It's not all new bikes. Got myself a little crib. Building cots and just going to these various shops that the Rockets dragged me along to, and that is a priority, getting that done. We're just trying to get ourselves prepared. And then secondly, I've been trying to train in the morning before work so that when the Rocket gets home from work, I've already made dinner. Like, she only goes into the office twice a week, but I'm just trying to be a good husband and not be selfish where I'm just thinking I'm going to go out, do 2-3 hours. I'm not growing a baby. My training's nowhere near as hard as what she's going through. So trying to make it easier. And one time I didn't make dinner, got back, I sat on the sofa and she went nuts at me, so we ain't risking that again. But some of the other things I mentioned in like what I'm doing this year for mountain biking can come clear now. So I am still, all things going well till August, gonna train like my usual madman self, like adding in some sweet spot. I'm trying different things, seeing if I'm able to train at 5 a.m. Now people are gonna jump in the comments, say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I'm just testing it, seeing what I can do, because realistically come August I might only have 6 hours a week to train. If I'm lucky, someone's probably gonna tell me in the comments, you're not gonna have an hour to train. And I want to still try and win a cyclocross race. The zone 2 stuff that I'm doing, I've been knocking up the percentages. In the past, I'd always noodle along 60%, 200 watts. I've been aiming for more like 70%, like 230 watts. Today, 240. I feel like I'm at the point now in my cycling journey where 60, 90, maybe even 2 hours of zone 2 aren't going to give me the adaptions that I require. Like, I've done 4, 5, 6 hour rides. Do I have time to get them in? No, because like today we're going car shopping with the Rocket and she wants to leave at 9. But yeah, knocking up the intensity that I'm hitting zone 2 at. And the other thing is, I know I don't like doing this myself and it makes the RPE so much harder, but starting my rides fasted, like, am I gonna have an extra half an hour to an hour to prepare breakfast, eat breakfast, let it digest a bit before I get on the bike? Probably not. So I've been trying to jump straight on the bike, bring my fueling on, and then start fueling as I get going, maybe like 30 minutes in, seeing how it feels. But I'm trying to maximise the time I have on the bike. Maybe it won't work and I've got this totally wrong and I should be having breakfast and sacrificing 30 minutes to 60 minutes on the bike. I do not know, but I'm trying these things, testing them now, so that when August comes about, I can hopefully try and be a good dad and not be sat on here like rocking them because I want to do like 3 hours of training. I'm trying to work out what's going to work. These are the things I'm trying to implement and more, which we'll get back to when I'm off the bike, not sweating. And the Rocket has whipped up a storm for breakfast. And I mentioned in my mountain bike one that I was trying to get my nutrition a bit more dialed, etc, etc. Then the Rocket showed me a video. I'll insert it now if I can find it again.
This happens in brooding birds and it happens in humans. They've done this. A study published in the journal Nature, which is our kind of apex journal, showed that when the husbands of pregnant women, because of something, maybe a pheromone, maybe some odor of the pregnant woman, actually increases the man's prolactin when they're pregnant, puts body weight on the guy, starts laying down body fat, presumably to prepare the father for the long sleepless nights ahead.
About the dad bod being a real thing, that got me concerned. So one of the main reasons the Rocket's throwing the ketchup about is I didn't want to. It wasn't just for cycling, it was also so I didn't have a dad bod, so when I'm doing the school run I've got all these yummy mummies joking Rocket. But I forgot to add at the start of the video, it's also why the Rocket hasn't been coming out on the bike, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that's all the Rocket's input. Obviously she was just a little bit worried that if she crashed, I know you've only ever had one tumble before on the bike, haven't you? It was a bad one. She had a bad off. The saddle rear-ended her. But, so obviously she was a bit worried about that. So we're trying to dial in the nutrition. 1, to be better on the bike. 2, to be a DILF. And also, if Before anyone asks, am I nervous about being a dad? Abso-bloody-lutely. The Rocket is going to be a superstar of a mum. I know that because she's been looking after me for the last 15 years. Whereas me, on the other hand, I've only just learnt to wipe my own backside, let alone someone else's. So am I worried? Yes. But I think I'll be better when they're a bit older and can come to the bike races.
George, you've got to be good from day one. I'm sorry, you can't wait for 2-3 years.
I was worried they're going to be very small, but I will learn. I'm a fast learner, Rocket, don't worry. Car shopping time. It is time to say goodbye to Alvin near Bath, Rocket.
Saying goodbye today.
Oh, we're not saying goodbye today. She's very attached. She told me this car is part of her identity. That's what you said.
Yeah, it is.
It's not very good for kids though. A baby seat, basically.
No, but there's no room in the back there.
No, there's no room. So, sad day. Well, not today. Don't panic, Rocket. We're just looking for a car. How's the car shopping going, Rocket? I think we've found one she liked. Problem is, the ones I think are good are only a 1 litre. Rocket needs power, apparently. Where's she? Oh, Colin McRae taking a baby flipping razzing it. She does not need power. Christ, you're a nightmare, girl. Afternoon stroll with the baby mama. Future baby mama. But brings me on to the last two. Oh no, I'm just the water bottle boy for the Rocket, actually. Brings me on to the last two things. I said I was going to do some gym work, which one I'm doing to try and get stronger for cycling. I'm also doing so I can actually like be fit and healthy dad and pick my kid up and throw them about when they want to be thrown about. And lastly, running. The reason why I'm running is because I think it's just like dead easy to be able to get out, do a quick 30-minute run, and it's way harder. Like if you went and done a 30-minute bike ride, it's unlikely going to be as difficult and as quick to like sort out admin wise. You can just get out, put your trainers on, go for a run. So that is the plan. Here she is, she's struggling away. Well, what else do we need them to do, Rocket? We need them to buy some Razzo merch. We need them to like, subscribe, share it with your mum, dad, sister, brother, dog, cat, because we've got nappies to pay for, or diapers if you're in America. But I'm sorry this vlog was probably a little bit waffly when I was on the turbo, but normal service will resume. We're going to be back at the races tomorrow, aren't we? Doing the first gravel race tomorrow, and normal service will resume. So the Rocket's a legend, and we'll catch you in the next video.